Hi folks, here's a video here. Late night, but here's a video, and this is Nolan Martin. This is a panel. This panel, and they're discussing Trump's new ban, travel ban. He's banning people from Africa and some other countries. And this lawyer, civil rights lawyer, explains the whole thing. All this is just, yep, Trump wants Trump and his people, his regime, not just Trump, people behind him. They want a ethnic state, white ethno state. That's what they want, folks. This is he explains the whole, this guy explains it perfectly.
It's amazing how his Twitter feed has been real quiet. He's got dual citizenship with Sierra Leone and the United States. And I'm talking about Isaiah Washington. Mm-hmm. He made a whole big deal. It's amazing how he's been quiet, and Trump is now banning folk from the country of his roots, his DNA.
You know, I think it's interesting. I think many of the people in the MAGA movement are finding this out. We'll probably talk about Elon finding this out a little bit later. But the fact that Donald Trump is a white nationalist. That has to be the prevailing thing to Donald Trump is a white nationalist. His belief is that America should be a majority white nation. How do we know this? As was just stated, he is importing white people to the United States of America from South Africa. There are other countries that are actual genocides that are taking place right now. And what are we seeing? We are seeing that despite the genocide taking place in Sudan, despite the genocide taking place in other parts of Myanmar and other parts of the world, those people are literally banned from coming to the United States of America. But he is welcoming with open arms on the justification of a fake white genocide that we are going to be bringing in South Africans. Go a step further. He wants to make Greenland a territory and annex their white people also to the United States of America. Those nice Denmark, Dutch, or what are they called, those people from Denmark? He wants those in America. He wants to make Canada the only other majority white country in the Western Hemisphere. He wants to make that the 51st state. How more explicit does he need to be in his policy? He is saying that if you are 90 miles off the U.S. coast and facing civil unrest in Haiti, you can't come here. But if you're in South Africa and somebody burns someone else's field and there's a video, we need you here. So from here on out, for the people who thought he was joking, who did not believe what he was saying, who looked at Steve Bannon, who looked at Stephen Miller, who hurt Charlottesville and very fine people on both sides that didn't believe it, we are now seeing that is the truth of where we are at currently. And when you're looking at the white nationalist agenda, now you have to recontextualize every single policy that Trump has put in place to fit it within that rubric. We are talking about taking away SNAP benefits from poor families. That is meant to directly impact poor black and brown families. We are talking about getting rid of public housing assistance and many of the other programs. That's why reducing the population of black and brown people in this country. We're talking about cutting out USAID to nations around the world that are in need of development aid, which people have estimated have already cost as many as 50,000 lives globally. It's about controlling that. And once you realize that America has now fallen to a white nationalist government, that has to motivate the way that you coordinate your response going forward. This is no longer a political response that we've traditionally had. There's no longer a place where we'll just say, well, we'll wait till the midterm elections and maybe we'll change campaign finance laws or something. We're in an existential battle for the future of black and brown America, and currently we're more worried about what's going on with Haley and DDG and whatever else is going on in pop culture than actually concentrating on what is the erosion and the reversal of the entirety of the civil rights movement.
Hello. Great point, folks. Ha! That's a great rant. Absolutely. On point. I'm gonna say fascist, but it might not. It might just. I think America might end. I don't know. Before the midterms, America might end, folks. I'll tell you right now. And that was this. That I think that was that video was before the ICE crackdown in LA. Now there's mass protests in the cities, other cities, and the protests actually worked because they stopped doing the mass deportation. I mean, for now, they're not doing any. I don't think they're doing any more raids. No, I haven't heard anything. They're not doing any more raids in LA for now. But folks, what do you think of that, folks? You guys are perfect. That's what these people are. That's what it's really about. Anyways, folks, what do you think about this? I'm out.